One, two, three, and four.
It was
Got
fun.
what you have now, don't got what you don't have. Got what you have now, don't got what you don't have. Find that you have so much. 頑張りすぎる自分に疲れて泣けてきた真夜中のバスルームでまだ手にしたものない幸せがどこかにある気がして焦るのは年のせい楽しく生きてきたの何一つ悔やんでないけど曇った鏡のように明日が見えない Can't you see, can't you see 自由と孤独は二つでセット気ままなこと寂しさもついてくるDon't you know, don't you know 隣の芝生が青く見えたらこの庭に花を植えればいいGot what you have now Don't got what you don't have Find that you have so muchないものネタにしながらみんな迷って生きてる大人になってからも足元に咲いた綺麗な花に気づくだけで人は嬉しい気持ちになれるのにいつか胸の奥に抱えたジレンマの迷路抜ければ本当に大事なもの知る日が来るだろう Can't you see, can't you see どんな道を選んだとしても悩みの数同じだけついてくる You can choose, you can choose 私が決める私のプライオリティ何を取って何を諦めるのCan't you see, can't you see 幸せの基準測るものさし自分の心の中にあるのさ You can find 足りないもの数えるくらいなら足りてるもの数えてごらんよGot what you have now, don't got what you don't have. Can't you see, can't you see have now? Don't got what you don't have. You can't have so much. You can find. Can't you see, can't you see have now? You can find
song. This may or may not be Leopard's stream playlist. Who is Ludwig? Ludwig Afrin was the largest streamer of Twitch a while back, now on YT. OMG, it's Dimmer from Major League Hacking.
Hello, 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 y'all. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I'm having a great day so far. I'm so excited to have this session with y'all. It's going to be a little chaotic, but I think it's going to be great.
This is a testament talking oh hi banana.
You could see me testing before, and then our cat walked into the room and I was saying, oh hi banana. I have some groovy music playing in the background, which is from Ludwig Ogren's stream playlist.
I like this music playlist.
It's very good. I'm going to drop the link in chat.
It is extremely upbeat.
I can't stop it.
//open.com/playlist/1HCB8MGYBG0VJ8MKGZZJS?mark_SD_equals BD64B30. It is what it is.
There we go. Okay. Usually I control the stream using the Elgato Stream Deck app on my phone, but it is just stuck loading right now. We're giving it a second.
Shares MLH check-in link.
I mean, I will need to share that eventually. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I have control again. How's the audio balance doing right now? Hopefully it's doing well. Anyone who's not Adam in chat, want to reach out, text-to-speech is on. This stream's going to be just kind of more of a chat. It's going to be me finding resources that aren't AI generated, supporting actual artists. Just having a good chill time, listening to some groovy music. Ugh. Yeah, no. It is continually dying on me, so I'm going to need to control stream the old-fashioned way. Shame. There we go. Giving it another couple seconds for people to come on in. While we're doing this, I am going to drop the check-in link for y'all. And it did not play through text-to-speech. Go ahead and click on that link to check in, get points for your guild. Looking in chat, seeing who's lurking. If there's anyone I recognize. Hey, Indigo Wizard, if you're still listening, welcome. Cat. With that, I think it's time to go ahead and get started. So, hi y'all, welcome. I'm Dimmer. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a coach here at Major League Hacking, And I'm so excited to be talking to y'all today about not using AI image generation in game development. Originally, when I pitched this idea, I still had hope that AI image generation could be a tool for good. But the more that I've learned, especially in researching this stream, the more that I've realized, nope, at the
It's
state that it's
4:33 in
currently
India.
in, oh my goodness, that is early in the morning. Thank you for being here. The research that I did for this stream basically told me that nope, there is no ethical way to use current AI image generation technologies that aren't violating the rights of the artists who posted the work that they're trained on. It goes completely against all of the ideas behind open source software in sharing work that is designed for reuse, because artists are sharing work that's designed for reuse. There are tons of resources out there, just like you might share a project that you made just for learning under an open license. There are tons of artists doing the same thing, but that is not what the AI algorithms are trained off of. So today we're going to be talking about places where you can find that open source work, for lack of a better word, that Creative Commons licensed work that you can use in your projects so that you can support individual artists rather than just perpetuating mass art theft. Again, text-to-speech is on. Anything that you say in Twitch chat will be read out loud. It's going to be a super fun time, a chill time. We're really just going to be talking about, like, what are the things that you might use AI image generation to use or to create, and how can we use non-AI to get to that same result? Because it's not actually a great solution to any of the problems that people are currently facing. Maybe. I'm hopeful that it'll get better in the future.
Comments entire B-movie script.
I mean, we've done this before, hence why I have the button to turn it off, but right next to me at all times. Yeah, basically, there are systems where you can use Stable Diffusion, which is the main model that everything's based off of, and you can train it using your own data, but that is only adding your own data on a level above. It's not actually replacing the data that was trained on in the first place. So you're still using a tool that is based on art theft. Same with DALL-E, same with Midjourney. DALL-E and Midjourney don't have Dream Booth. Dream Booth is a Google project, which is how to create your own small scale models that you train on a few images of a specific art style or a specific person or target that is designed for Stable Diffusion. It is the main thing that I've seen in people who claim to be making their own models to get around the art theft issue, but it's still built on top of Stable Diffusion. It's still built on top of the mass art theft of hundreds of thousands of pieces against the licensing of the artists who post them. Yeah, DALL-E and Midjourney, same problem. All of the data that it's trained on, basically, they don't actually have the rights to. So it's the equivalent of someone like trawling through your social media history and your emails and your Google Docs to then create an AI that applies to jobs for you. It's really shitty, and I just don't want to support it at all. And I don't think you should either, because there are alternatives out there. You don't have to.
Snow is a nice snack.
Just gonna let that hang. Thank you, Adam. With that, welcome. I see a few more people are trickling in. I'm gonna switch to my screen share, and we're gonna talk about, specifically, this is within game development, because I was thinking, like, okay, if you're at a game jam and you're trying to make something quickly, my idea was, well, if let's say you're at a game jam or a hackathon, you're trying to make something in 24, 48 hours, using AI art might make that process better. But actually, we can just use existing Creative Commons licensed artwork. So I can just search Creative Commons game assets. And hey, oh look, itch.io, open game art. Let's take a look at concept art empire. And then if you're looking for, let's say, sound effects or music, sound effects for game jams. Sound effect creator for game jams. And let's look for music creator for game jams. And I'm specifically adding 4 game jams here because game jams are the place where you wouldn't necessarily let's take a look at this. Where you wouldn't necessarily have access to hire or partner with an artist. So if you are an indie studio or you're trying to make an indie game, definitely get an artist on your team to help you, whether that is paid or finding someone who's in a similar place to where you are, creating it as a passion project. Or if you're creating something just as a personal project, we're going to be taking a look at these things to use game assets that are licensed for your use.
Snow.
Either majority of these are free, a few of them are like 50 cents. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff out there. So in an ideal world, y'all in chat right now, we'd talk about what ideas you have for games or projects, and then we'd use those ideas that you have to find assets that you might then be able to use in your projects. Because I could go through what's out there, and I could do this very generically, but it would be the best if you were to tell me ideas that y'all have that you might want to work on, so that we can find things that you could actually use.
Blahaj.
Blahaj indeed. I am going to quickly check. I'm going to pause the music and I'm going to check to see how it sounds. Oh my goodness, I missed it. I'm just trying to make sure that the music volume level is a good level so y'all can hear me and hear the upbeat music that we have going on in the background. Great. That seems perfect. Cat. With that, again, feel free to throw out ideas for games or projects or really anything that you're working on that you might want to use AI assets or really any assets at all in your projects, and we can use those as ideas to help direct our search. Currently, I'm just going down this list, taking a look at the things that look cool that I might use.
That's better, yeah. Re-music.
I'm glad. I hope that that is not referring to the time that I had it paused. I hope that you're talking about right now. I don't know how long the stream delay is, but I'm glad. Beware the Jabberwocky. Welcome. Yeah, I'm just currently scrolling through here. If we have more, like, again, throw out ideas. If not, I'm giving you time. If not, I'm going to talk about some ideas for projects that I have. Oh, Adam, you're indoors crunching on snow? I thought you were, like, in your car. Oh, golly. I'm so sorry, Adam. Enjoy your, like, cold, freezing, snowy bed, I guess. Ouch, that seems rough,
It's
I'll
up
be
against
honest.
my windows, lol. Snacking on it.
That's actually, that sounds like a pretty good vibe of just opening your
Crunch,
window
crunch
and
is me
crunching
eating
down
it.
on some snow. Oh god, do you want some low poly spiders, anyone? Here we go. So when I looked through this before, this was what I found
I
as,
had an idea for a forest library setting.
hey, earlier. We found this right here, low poly forest pack. Trees, dead trees, rocks. As a downloadable asset pack, which is a name your own price, so you can totally get it for free. And you can see here people are talking about, like, hey, I used them for a game jam project and things like that. So you're using art from actual artists. But this is what I saw earlier when I was looking at this. And specifically, this sci-fi FPS character was created for a game I never finished. This is released under the Creative Commons 4.0 license. You are free to share, copy, and redistribute the format in any medium or format, and adapt, remix,
Sent picture
transform.
via DM. You can kinda see where I've been digging away at it and snacking.
Oh my goodness. Adam, if you're okay with me sharing that on screen, we will totally look at that. And then we also have the ability to adapt on it. So we can transform it, we can build on it, even commercially. So
Feel free to share.
okay. By following this, by like this asset right here, we can build on and we own and everything here. And this was just someone created this for a game that they never finished, so they weren't going to use it, so they released it out into the world. And I would much rather use things like this than asking some AI system to build things for me. Where is Discord? Oh no, Discord loaded on top of my closed captions. There we go. Okay, that's better. Let's take a look here at what Adam sent. There's just like noticeable hand marks as they just go yoink and then munch. That is truly deranged and wonderful.
It is yummy.
I'm glad. How frequently does the Isle of Man get snow? I'm curious. Okay. Oh my goodness. And this person also
Like
has...
once a year, this is a big thing.
Oh my goodness. That's wild to me. Because where is the Isle of Man? I thought the Isle of Man was roughly the same like latitude as Michigan. Yeah. You're way more north than I am. My goodness. That warm water current. Yeah, because I'm down here. You're way up there. Golly gee. We have
I now have a plate of snow.
Oh my goodness. This feels increasingly dangerous, but I'm glad you're taking the risk. Okay. Yeah, so we had the idea earlier for a forest library setting, and we're going to follow up on that. But I just wanted to show off like some of the existing things that I found, which is this is an already like animated and modeled like character for a lo-fi FPS sci-fi sort of setting with weapons to go along with it. So if you wanted to mess around with creating an FPS game, ka-chow, here you go. My goodness, I turned the music up in my headphones and now it is way too loud. I'm just having a good vibe. This is a true bop right now. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to open up a Google Doc. And we are going to be adding the resources that we find to this doc, and then I'm going to share that with y'all at the end, so that if you ever are in a game jam looking to make a game, you have a selection of assets and tools that we've already gone through together on stream to find.
LOL at me eating snow like it's ice cream.
I mean, Adam, it's flavorless. It's just cold, like it's shaved ice, but dustier. Like, well, so let's talk about this. All snow starts in a cloud as either a piece of dust or like bacteria, a loose skin cell, some small like item that is the nucleation point. So the only thing that really makes it different from like crushed ice is that like dust, dirt, bacteria, viruses, skin cells, like that sort of things. So I might be ruining this for you right now, but that is what the taste that you're tasting is right now. Okay.
Yum LOL. I was unaware of this.
You're welcome, Adam. I hope that makes your life better. Yeah.
Show has been ruined for me. Snow.
So that being said, you are already like inhaling it anyway. So it's not all that different from your like existence already. I don't know if that makes it better or worse for you. Okay, great. Those two things are saved. Okay, same license right here. As long as you credit the author. We have the Super Dialogue Audio Pack. Just joined stream, please. A recap. Really, the main point of this stream is finding assets that you can use for games that aren't based on AI systems, because AI systems are trained on art and assets that aren't licensed. So the idea of open source is that you license work to be used by a community so that it can be built on top of. And these models are open source, and they're kind of lauded as like, this is an open source thing that is democratizing these systems. But really, it's built on using unlicensed art. It is art theft. So the point of what we're doing today is I'm going through and I'm finding people have already been like releasing packs of assets and art into Creative Commons, like this super audio pack right here, which we're going to download right here. And also built into this, you have the artist and the ability to compensate them if you want to do that. Currently, I'm just downloading this to take a look at it so we can listen to it, see what it sounds like. But yeah, we are oh golly, words. We're able to do anything that we want with this, basically, even commercially. We just need to say who we got it from. We just need to give attribution, which is what most open source licenses are as well. I'm going to pause our groovy music here so we can listen to this. Take a look at greeting.
Question: Can you train a model on free CC licensed assets?
So, yes and no. First of all, technically yes, that is possible. But it takes a whole heckin' lot of work, because you are licensing your to create that model. You need to bypass all existing models. So you can't use DALL-E, you can't use Midjourney, you can't use Stable Diffusion, because all of those were trained on this unlicensed art. So you need to truly be making it from scratch. Most people who are saying that they're creating their own model, the big thing recently was Corridor Crew created a video, "Have we changed animation forever?" Where they trained a model on specifically one anime, and they used only that anime to convert their video of them playing rock, paper, scissors into their own anime style video. But it is still built, well, first of all, they didn't actually have the license to use that anime in that way, so it's still art theft. That anime was still just like a commercial product that had been ripped illegally to YouTube, and they just used that YouTube download. But that aside, they used Dream Booth, which is the main thing that people use to take specific people or images or art styles and build like, oh goodness, I'm blanking on, I believe it's style modifiers, or what they're called. It's basically how you can generate things in one specific art form or one specific character, which is what you would be doing, training a model on free Creative Commons licensed assets. That being said, again, all of those systems are built on top of DALL-E, Midjourney, or Stable Diffusion as like the big three right now. Let's skip this song. There we go. And all of those models were already trained on that stolen work. So you would need to bypass all of that and get deep into the weeds of the machine learning. And at that point, why wouldn't you just like do what we're doing right now, which is looking for those assets? Kind of my thesis for this stream is it is faster and more efficient to look for existing assets than it would be to create your own model that is ethical, to generate those assets for you. And even past that, this only makes sense for like small independent projects where it doesn't make sense to bring an artist involved, where you're just like messing around in a game engine for the first time and you want something to throw around in there. If you are creating an indie game and you're building a team, get an artist involved, get someone who wants to be a part of that, either monetarily, licensing works that already exist, using asset packs and things like that. There are plenty of paid libraries for basically every game engine in existence. Or get someone on your team. I don't see I see there are two places or two like kind of types of projects where one is like the hyper individual, it's just you and you're messing around with something, in which case it doesn't make sense to put in all of the effort to spin up your own custom AI image generation solution because it's a small project that you're just using to mess around with things. That one piece of hair is going to be bugging me so much. Anyway, or it's a larger project where you're looking to create one consistent art style across a large array of assets in one like cohesive experience, in which case, why wouldn't you find an artist who can actually help you do that, who you can talk to? And just like you are creating projects to help you in your portfolio, they are also creating projects to help them in their portfolio. So it's a win-win to actually just like work with real artists. The purpose of today's stream is for those super small projects where you don't necessarily need to find an artist because you're just messing around. I hope that makes sense. That was a little bit rambling and like circular, but hopefully that answers your question.
What's the bev of choice today?
The bev of choice today is water plus like a hydration like sports mix thing called Mio. I know it's a thing in the United States. I don't know how international it is, Adam. It just helps me drink more water. Oh my goodness. Technically, yes, in the same way that your body is melted snow. Okay. Ugh. My stream controller glitching out is really annoying me right now because it's making controlling stream a lot harder. Here we go. Okay.
Everything is melted snow, woohoo.
I don't know. Why did this open in Apple Music? Great. Okay. Now I can share this with y'all.
Hey, yeah? Hey, yeah?
So we have that as greeting 8, greeting 2. No. Oh.
Hi.
Let's take a look at some of our confirmation sounds. What does Sean sound like?
You got it.
Oh, we have a good you got it. We have like an array of sounds here that we can use. Here we have, my goodness, I feel so out of control. I'm used to having just like a set of buttons that I can use like a wizard to manipulate everything around on stream, and now I need to open up a whole bunch of windows and you see them flying across the screen. So that is an example of an audio resource.
Please implement that you got it one as something you can say.
Oh my goodness. Later in the stream, let's talk about this. Because the start of the stream is just finding assets, and then the question is what we do with them.
It says that.
And then let's work on implementing some of this. Great. We have this low poly forest pack, which we were talking before about like a low poly library sort of setup. I'm going to add this to our list. Here we have a synthwave music producer who's interested in making video game soundtracks, and they've released this like sample library of their work. And we can see that like 50 days ago, someone used it in a game jam. Let's take a look at their project. can hear some grooving synthwave going in the background. I didn't look at the controls. Oh my goodness, is this super loud? Let's turn this down. Apologies. That should be better. So we can see that someone's already used this in a project. We have this space soundtrack, which we can listen to on their website. It's free to use in commercial and non-commercial games if you give credit. Well, that was a sketchy as heck link. Gross. I don't know what's happening there, so we're going to close out of this one. Here we have a set of rocks, 465 different types of rocks. Let's take a look at this. They're all on top of each other. This isn't necessarily what I was looking for. Okay, let's take a look here at our options of we have carved stone. Hey, that's a nice carved stone. Here's another one. Ooh. That's nice. Oh ho ho.
It's pie.
It truly is. What about what they tagged as Maui? Oh, we have a good, like, stereotypical Easter Island Maui head. Let's take a look at what they tagged under monolith. Just some good spikes. We have an obelisk. We have plenty of cool resources. These are kind of like the things that you would be generating with some AI system. Because these are all like traditional background assets that you would have in the game that you might not have the time or resources to make yourself. But hey, oh god, that's really big. We can use some like better systems than AI. We also have plenty of these look like a collection of snowflakes. Adam, how delicious do these look? Are you salivating right now? So just
Did someone say snow?
just a cool set of assets there. Okay. This is opengameart.org. Let's see. This is browse. Let's take a look at some 2D art. We've been looking at 3D art at this time. Lots of free 2D sprites and tiles for your 2D game. If you're creating something in like RPG Maker, here's a bunch of assets for you to use. some good fantasy icons. I could see these in a traditional MMORPG. Really, what I'm trying to get at is there are so many things out here. I'm going to pause the music. Oh my goodness. Take a look at all of these things. This GitHub repo, saxophone, of all of these resources. Let's take a look at music. LMMS. We have Beatbox. Those are fairly involved. Okay, music generators. That's fairly old. This looks old as well. Sketchy. Also sketchy. Okay. Fake music generate. How does this work? Okay. I just have a button that is generate another album. Let's try downloading one of these songs. Let's download Magic Party and see what this sounds like. Excuse me. Downloads, Magic Party. Let's listen to this.
If you select MP3 in Finder and press space, it will play.
Yes, and you won't be able to hear it. This sounds pretty cool and is, to my knowledge, ethically sourced. Common questions.
I just finished my plate of snow sad hatch.
Yeah, fake music generator. Ethically sourced. Fake computer generated music that isn't based on stealing artists' work. We're back to saxophone now. And then we have Wolfram Tones.
That plate of snow has also filled me up.
Let's try using this to create some ambient music. This isn't as good. I'm sure you can get more into all of the options here. Is that a bagpipe? As our chords? Let's try it.
Bagpipe. Oh.
I don't know if that sounds like a bagpipe to me. But definitely we're creating something interesting. Again, not based on stealing the work of other artists. Get a clean link for us. Add that to our list of assets. Okay, I think that's a good example of going through and finding existing things. And then there is this like huge, wonderful
Can
list.
you share the repo link?
Yes. Ooh,
HTTPS.
Oh,
GitHub
golly.
Taco Game Jam Tools Resources Music.
so there's that repo. And then also let's take a look at Mixamo. Mixamo is now owned by Adobe. Interesting. A library of different animated or either animated or animations for 3D characters that you can use in your projects.
Can't you change the TTS code to ignore if first 8
Yes.
chars are HTTPS?
Entirely yes. I just haven't done that yet. So we have all of these different characters. And then also we have a bunch of different animations.
Is the code open source?
Is the code open source for my text-to-speech? It is not released anywhere. But we were able to select a character and select an animation, and hey, oh look, I can just hit download. A wonderful resource, again, for creating small games. Because I know, theoretically, you can also upload your own characters to this and use these animations. I don't know if I like that saxophone music. Okay. Let's take a look. What is Nightshade?
Can we use these characters in our personal websites?
Theoretically, yes. You'll need to sign in with an Adobe account. So if you have Adobe through your school, or personal licenses, theoretically, yes.
Imagine getting Adobe for free through school. What a life that would be.
Is that not? That's like a fairly standard thing in the US. Most US universities, to my knowledge, provide access to the Adobe Suite. That may be much cooler than I thought it was. Maybe I'm taking that for granted.
Nah, we get MS Office stuff for free, not Adobe.
Oh,
Mouth drop.
that kind of sucks. Huh. Okay. Well, this one specifically then might be too expensive, but there are other options out there, like we were looking at before. One of the
I
things
pay IDK how much per year for Adobe, and I have a feeling it'll be coming soon to renew, LOL.
Yeah, that's a big mood. Before I was a university student, I paid for Adobe, and it was awful. There are also great sound effect creators online, SFXR, VFXR. Great. Did I save that repo? I did not.
And Adobe ACC is free on its own at least.
True. I was assuming that you'd probably need to have a paid account to get access to those Mixamo characters. Actually, let's try it. So it says sign up for free. Let me try logging in with my personal Adobe, not through school. Oh my goodness. Two-factor authentication. Let's switch if I can. Oh. Something has changed and has broken my stream setup. Okay. There we go. While I'm logging into my Adobe account, you get to look at my beautiful face.
Whoa, Dimmer's face. Pulls out Snapchat dog filter.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at characters. Let's grab that mutant we were looking at before. Let's grab an animation. Let's look at Old Man Idol. And if I hit download, hey, oh, look, it's downloading. I would assume that this is licensed very openly.
Perceives all things conjoined, the past, the future, and the present.
Yeah, they don't actually have a license listed anywhere, but the fact that it isn't asking me to pay for anything and the fact that this is Adobe,
I have a new fave snap filter.
I would feel comfortable using this very like loosely with basically anything I wanted. You can also upload your own characters and then add these animations to it. It's a great resource. Yeah. Take a look at that. All available, apparently, with a free Adobe account, which is very nice. Okay. I think I've shown enough generic assets to prove my point. So let us try collecting assets for a specific purpose. And with that, let me switch back to my feed. No. There we go. Let us switch back to my traditional chill ambient lo-fi beats.
CC say switch back to my feed LOL.
Oh my god. The closed captions are good. I believe that these are like the best that I've seen, but they still make mistakes. So let's talk about either something that y'all want to create. I was talking about this earlier, and it was mentioned that one piece of hair, a forest library setting, which we could totally continue with. Or like Adam was talking about earlier, we could try getting things to add to this stream. Excuse me, to add to this stream setup. Depending on the animations we have on Mixamo, we could get a character doing like a Fortnite dance that you can press it, like add a command and that runs across the screen and starts dancing. We could add a whole lot of things. Ooh, I can have a poll. I'm going to put a poll into Twitch chat. Twitch.tv/MLH if
I
you're
have
watching on
sent you a
YouTube.
photo from my new fave snap filter in DM.
There's a 2-minute poll that is running on streams on twitch.tv/MLH. What should we use this for? And your 2 options are assets for a chat game or assets for the stream setup. You can vote once. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes. If we choose assets for a chat idea or a chat game, then we're going to go ahead and brainstorm what that is. If we don't come up with anything new, I will use the forest library idea that we had before. And if stream setup wins, we will be adding deranged meme things to this screen that you can control yourself. I think I know which one's going to win, but get your votes in. We have like 3 people watching on YouTube. Again, go to twitch.tv/MLH.
Wait, LOL.
Okay, I will check my DMs. It again popped up over my closed captions, which is very annoying. Oh golly, Adam. That A, the plate of snow is deranged, and B, that is the plate of snow that Adam was just munching on, having a good snack. And then Adam's Snapchat filter is equally deranged. A good squash. Let's see. Okay, we currently have 4 votes for stream setup, 1 vote for chat game, and it completed. Okay. Let's add some deranged things to this stream. I'm gonna do another poll, and we're gonna see if we want to. What should we start with? And our questions are going to be audio, music, and visuals. You have 2 minutes again. Twitch.tv/MLH. Ooh, closed captions formatted that link very well.
What do they mean?
So like audio would be like sound cues, words, like stingers, that sort
Is
of thing.
audio like a screech if I say blahaj?
Yeah, basically. Music is the background music, and visuals would be some character, Fortnite dancing across screen, things like that. Currently, it looks like audio is running away with it with 3 votes to music's 1. We have about a minute remaining. While we're waiting, I'm going to drop the link in chat to check in if you haven't done so already. Okay, unless a massive amount of people jump in, I think audio is going to take it. So now the question is, pitch me your ideas in chat. What should we be adding with audio? We've done sound effects before. I'm curious what y'all are looking to do now. I can come up with some ideas as well, but I want to give y'all some control here. See what happens.
Let me get you a link.
Oh, golly. Ooh.
HTTPS GitHub Adam Diam Melon
Oh,
Squad Blog
golly.
Main Assets Music WoW MP3. It makes me go wow when I listen to it.
Let's get this. What's happening here, Adam? Great. I'm doing a big think right now about what the coolest thing we could implement here is.
I think that one is like a commonly used Twitch noise.
It is. So specifically with Twitch sound effects, I'm currently working on getting access to Twitch channel point rewards, which would be much better for adding these sort of things where you can redeem channel points to make sound effects play on stream. So I don't necessarily want to add that right now. So I'm thinking about what else. And I'm thinking about possibly adding some like virtual production stuff, specifically in the countdown screen that y'all saw earlier and in the Be Right Back screens. They're currently quite bland. And what if we were to create, using some of the assets that we had, a nice little scene that is just like being simulated. And then when like chat can use commands to add and remove things to the screen.
Go faster.
So I'm thinking this, but like 211. Like, let's go beyond that and add a little bit more. Yeah. Ooh.
WVY.
Give me a sec to do a big think. Actually, let me go check something really quickly.
Does
I'm going to leave
TTS
you.
pronounce W the same as W?
It does. I'm going to leave you on a Be Right Back screen while I check in on something. Entertain yourselves with the music and the TTS.
Speed up. Fast waves. Louder music.
Okay, y'all, I figured it out. I am like 98.7% sure that we can use what we were learning earlier about Unity to create a virtual environment that is simulated in a game engine that can connect to Twitch chat. Now, this is a bigger thing than we'll be able to finish in this stream, but it would be very cool, and it would provide a great example for like why we would use this. So we could pull in those low poly assets that we were talking about to create a forest environment that I would like green screen in behind me, or that would be on that waiting screen. And then I can give Twitch chat the ability to walk around that world using your commands, which would be quite fun, I think, at least. So with that in mind, this stream is going to take a little bit of a switcheroo turn. I've kind of exhausted the like main purpose behind the stream. Like the core idea was I went into this idea like a week and a half ago when I started doing research for it, of like, how can I use AI image generation to create cool things for games? And then I realized like, there's really no ethical way to do it. And now I showed y'all like the existing assets that are out there. We found a great GitHub repo that was just like listing all of the assets. I linked that in chat earlier. I'll link that in chat again now. But now, let's pivot
HTTPS. GitHub copy top
to that game dev to create a virtual environment. Specifically in, I don't know how many of you were here. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. We started learning how to use Unity to do 3D game development. And we were about like halfway through a tutorial. The tutorial we didn't get actually very far into. Halfway is an exaggeration. So I'm going to walk you through where we got yesterday, and we're going to continue that because hopefully once we finish that, we can then use the assets that we've been looking at eventually. It won't be this stream. It'll probably be next month to create that virtual environment and give y'all control over it, if that sounds good. I think that is a better, more concrete direction for this stream to go, rather than currently where I'm kind of just like, any ideas, y'all? Y'all are a quiet chat tonight, which is totally fine. So I think this is a more entertaining path for the stream to take. Oh my goodness. TTS is off. Sorry, Adam. Okay. With that, let's...
I said, loud.
I'm going to find that tutorial that we were following. Great. This is what we were looking at before. Let me turn off my closed captions so y'all can see the closed captions on the video itself. This is Game Maker's Toolkit, which is an incredible resource if you're interested in game design. And I'm going to link this video in chat. This is a like top tier, like 10 out of 10.
www.youtube.com/v=midorg.
Okay. 10 out of 10 tutorial if you're looking to get into game development, specifically using Unity, which is an industry standard game engine. It's very quick, but it covers like all of the things that you really need to know to get started, which is truly wonderful. Before we were right in the middle of, I remember why we stopped where we stopped on stream. We got to a little bit of dependency hell, where I didn't have .NET installed. So let us install .NET. Let me close up some things. Okay, great. And let's try opening up Unity. I believe the issue was that we needed Visual Studio, and I wanted to use Visual Studio Code, but it didn't have the like IntelliSense options that would make it much easier. So let's try installing Visual Studio. Okay, Visual Studio for Mac is apparently installed.
I want to be a part of the MLH community. Is any other ways than MLH fellowship for that?
Yeah, the biggest thing, I'm going to link you, is discord.gg/MLH. It is the MLH server for the, or the Discord server for the MLH community.
HTTPS.
Which is where you can meet fellow people in the MLH community, and there are virtual hackathons that happen there every weekend.
Wrong link, dimmer.
What? Oh my goodness, Adam, why is that the wrong link? Isn't that?
It's HTTPS. Discord MLHIO.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank you, Adam. Disregard.
Well, thanks. I joined the Discord server.
Okay.
RN.
That link is what you're looking for. I pinned it. Glad you joined the Discord server. Again, virtual hackathons happening every weekend. And there are also tons of other events happening in the MLH community, like Global Hack Week, usually the second week, but it's happening every month. So you can attend live streams like this one. There are also a ton of hackathons that happen at universities. If you go to MLH's website, you can see a list of all the events. But the Discord server is probably the best way to get involved with the community itself. Okay, so supposedly we have Visual Studio. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. No thanks. Okay. Let's then, with that, try opening up our project again. We're making a Flappy Bird clone just to, oh. What did I do wrong?
Flappy dimmer? Drink some Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh my goodness. Ah. There we go. Okay. Now let's I really want C# files to open in Visual Studio. Open with Visual Studio, and let's set that to always. Great. Now, theoretically,
Gun run.
if I do this, come on, Visual Studio. Hey, okay. It opened in Visual Studio. Now,
Visual Studio for Mac is the biggest booth.
I mean, the real question is, oh my goodness. This is so slow. Oh my goodness. Is this what you're referring to? The fact that it is literal garbage to like interact with? Oh my goodness. How do I
haven't used it for a while. BC of how bad it was when I tried to use it.
Yeah, this is no. Let's quit that. And
I use Parallels and proper Visual Studio LOL.
oh my, I don't have Parallels. I really should. It just seems like such an expensive investment. But let's switch this to Visual Studio Code and let's troubleshoot that instead. That seems like a smarter option.
There's student discount for Parallels.
Ooh, I will look into that. Thank you. What am I looking for here? Great. Now, the real thing is...
Clausen meme just came up on my phone again.
I just want... Unity type ahead. Okay, here we go. This is the problem we ran into last time. Let's get .NET. Oh no. Okay. .NET support for is mostly for Visual Studio, which is gross. I just really don't want to use Visual Studio.
CWA Son. If it makes you feel any better, one of my uni assignments is so old it won't work on my M1 processor at all. And it's due on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, that's... On the one hand, I'm really glad that I'm running an M1 Mac because it makes like this, where I'm like live streaming and doing game development at the same time possible. In a way that like, even if I point my mic right at my laptop, it's silent. It is silent, which is like wonderful. Like I have a really great experience with this. But also, the like legacy support and Windows support for an M1 Mac is non-existent for obvious reasons. Okay, let me install .NET.
In all fairness to the M1, the assignment uses .NET 3.1 and we're now on V7.
Yeah, oof. That's that's rough. Okay.
Isn't this where we left off on the last episode? Dependencies.
It is exactly. But if we try this again.
I figured I know ASP inside out enough to try code it blind and send
Oh
it to
my
someone else to
goodness.
test for me.
That is brave, being honest. I have so much respect for you. Where is this project so I can trust it? Okay. Let's go
It's not so
streaming.
bad. The assignment is only 25% and the coding part is only 37% of that.
I mean, maybe not so bad, but still not great.
So 9.25% of overall mark.
Yeah, that's still pretty bad in my book. Okay. Okay. Let us how to get Unity yes code. Visual Studio Code can be a great companion for Unity. For editing C# files. All the C# files are supported and more. Okay. How do we do this? Install the .NET SDK. macOS only. To avoid seeing, make sure to install. Okay. Let's install Mono. Install the C# extension, which is installed. And then in the VS Code settings editor, uncheck C# selection, OmniSharp use ModernNet.
Rip, my left AirPod is gonna die.
Tragedy.
And my AirPod case with the left one is all the way at my desk.
Oh, that's even worse. You need to get up and move? Gasp. Okay. Uncheck that.
Yes, you got it.
Is that referring you grabbed the AirPod case? Which great, but the you got it is confusing me. Did I do something that I missed? Okay.
No, it's the you understand me with it being at the desk.
Ah, yeah.
I don't want to get you.
That is, I mean, quite a big mood. Why do I only have 13 gigs available? I need to go through and clear out my trash can. Then after this, Unity preferences. Oh, this looks gross. Okay. External tools. External Visual Studio Code. What? I'm quite lost. Oh. Okay, this is very different. It looks like it's actually working. Maybe not. How do I get this package? Okay. What? Okay. Great. going to quit out of everything. We've installed Mono. We've installed .NET. We've installed the C#. We've unchecked OmniSharp, use ModernNet false. So now, open up Unity preferences. Okay. Unity, settings, external tools, Visual Studio Code. Unity has built-in support for opening scripts in Visual Studio Code as an external script editor on Windows and macOS. Unity will detect when Visual Studio Code is detected. Unity will also set up a default VS Code settings.json file. Since 2019.2, it is required to use the Visual Studio Code editor package. What is it, though?
I love that the weather warning for IAM today was snow midday till 6 p.m. didn't start to properly snow till 6 p.m. and it's still going now past midnight. LOL.
Enabling code completion. I thought I already did this. Yeah. Let's try this again. Public. Theoretically, I should be able to code complete that rigid body 2D.
I need to make creme egg brownies. I just watched a Facebook video and they look so good.
Ooh, that does sound good. Okay.
I also love how chat is just an Adam monologue at this point.
I mean, yes, I am quite sad at how quiet chat is tonight, but I get it. Previous.
Hey, at least you have me.
True. Which I am glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're so vocal. And also, to all the lurkers, hi, I'm glad that you're lurking as well.
And the 2 Hadges that are in my bed are in.
That sounds wonderful. I thought you had difficulty.
Danka.
I'm processing. Is that how it's spelled?
You thought I had? Danka.
Okay. There we go. Okay. I believe that probably is better for text to speech. Curious how we'll pronounce this.
Danka. Danka.
Interesting. Anyway, I thought, Adam, you weren't allowed more than 1 blahage in your house.
Okay, I'm not, but I rescued the small hatch from my snow-covered car this
My
evening
goodness.
and nobody has been in my bedroom since.
Illegal blahage. Illegal blahage. I support it. I think the more blahage, the merrier. Okay, so I definitely have installed the .NET SDK. Let's try this again. Let's quit out of everything.
But also big one is currently hidden under me as a pillow, so only small hatch is visible.
Oh. I keep trying to use my phone to control the stream and I can't. Okay, let's try.
Where is your hatch tonight?
Just off to my. Off to the left, where he always is. He hangs out in my bed.
Woo Hodge moment.
Hodge moment. It's getting wild to think about that I've had this blahage for over 2 years now.
OMG, Hodge is so much better pronounced than Hadge.
Ooh, you're right. We're learning. Okay, let's try this again.
Blah Hodge.
Okay.
That's better.
That is actually a lot better. That was code autocomplete.
No, the AirPod died.
RIP. But now if I were to do some good Adam ASMR on stream, you only get it in 1 year, which might increase or decrease the tingles depending on your personal ASMR preferences.
First it cut you off, then the transparency mode cut out. No, now it's coming out of my MacBook speakers.
Oh, that's much more boring. I also do have a gate on it. Let me turn that off.
This should just be the raw audio coming out of my microphone. Is this a better ASMR experience, Adam? I know that this
Let
is
me
something
get
that
other
you've
AirPods.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
What was that? Oh my god for? Okay. So we've gotten past dependency hell. Let's go back to our tutorial here.
That sounded good through MacBook speaker.
I'm glad. I've learned. So now when you ask me to ASMR again in the future. Okay.
I will let the AirPod charge.
Good to know. This stream probably is going to be ending a little bit early, so you may or may not have
I
time
also
to let
just
it finish
realized I
charging.
got my left and right mixed up before LMAO.
Well, I am mirrored to y'all. This is my right. Wait. This is my left, which it's showing. No, my left. Theoretically, I'm mirrored. So we can just say that that's you knew that and you were just being extra smart.
Sorry, never finished the message. Was gonna let my AirPod charge and then have some more ASMR.
I don't know if you're going to have time to let your AirPod finish charging because I think the stream is going to be ending quite soon. We'll see. Okay,
It charges up fast.
Okay. Let's finish up catching back up to where we ended the last tutorial.
Already at 14% LOL.
Oh my goodness, that is quite fast. How do you spell strength? Okay, there we go. Great. And then, okay. Ooh, I want to get key down. Oh. Let me just second monitor this. Okay. Input.get key down. Where key code dot space equals true. No, just true. And if that, take my rigid body dot velocity, and we're going to do a vector 2D dot up, and then we're going to multiply that times flap strength. Great. Okay. Now I have never used C# before, so this might be revealed. But theoretically now, if I go back to Unity.
I am at SMR ready now.
Oh my goodness.
So I will need to end the stream slightly early tonight, probably around 7:40, 7:45. Oh my goodness, it's already 7:39. I'll probably need to start wrapping up the stream now. And I can do that via ASMR. Let me know if this is a better ASMR experience than you've previously gotten from me, or if it has regressed and become worse.
This is great.
I'm glad. before we finish up the stream, I am just going to take a look at our bird and hopefully finish up.
TTS is not very ASRI though.
So theoretically, eventually, I can use Amazon Polly, which would allow you to have text-to-speech whisper using the whisper command, and hopefully that would solve the problem. For now, I'm just going to turn text-to-speech down so it's much quieter.
OMG, remember Fiona and Friends?
Oh, believe me, I remember Fiona and Friends. Okay, let me set my rigid body to bird and flap strength to 10. And now if we hit play and I hit space, our bird flaps, which is great. Now, on ASMR mode, my keyboard and mouse are much, much louder. But this is not the last time we were doing this, which is amazing. It is great progress. That being said, I do need to end the stream. Oh.
Keyboard sounds are great.
I do need to end the stream. Let me switch over to... Okay.
Whispers goodbye, dimmer.
Thank you so much, all of you, for coming. This has been an amazing stream. I know where we started and where we ended are a little bit different, but I hope to keep working on this project, both offline and online during Global Hack Weeks, so that hopefully, eventually, y'all can control the virtual background behind the stream. I think it could be really cool. And yeah, the TLDR of the stream is image generation right now is art theft. So if you can, just use the assets that artists have already released for the sake of projects like the ones that you want to make, rather than creating them using AI. That being said, I'm going to drop the GitHub link.
Does captions not work with ASMR?
Apparently, captions are not liking how quiet this is.
HTTPS GitHub Poppy Taco.
That will be something that I will hope to address in the future. That link that I just dropped is the resources that we found. And then this link is the check-in link if you haven't checked in already.
HTTPS:// or
And make sure to check in if you haven't already to get points for your guild. And with that, thank you so much for coming. This has been a great stream. I really appreciate it. The stream coming up after this one in around 15 minutes is going to be building your first website part 2 with Maro, which is going to be amazing. So make sure to go to that one. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Bye.